Hello and welcome to episode number 20 of this playthrough of The Witness. In the last episode we activated this laser that we see over here by solving these mazes on this side and then a few puzzles on this side in which we had to activate the pressure plates in these glass panels. Now, I discovered at the end of the last episode that all of these puzzles you can activate and follow the path, but in all four there are a couple of things in our way in order to get to the end. So here, for example, there is that bridge, that wooden bridge, that doesn't allow us to get to the end point. Now, there is an obelisk, and I preloaded this close to the mangrove area, where we solved a bunch of the puzzles with the stars symbol. And I was wondering after the last episode if perhaps these would give us the shape of how our path should look like, or what our path should look like. But going to this, it seems like there is not really any indication for what the final path should look like. Only that there is a start point, an end point, and then you can take any path in between. So this did not really give me a clue for what shape the solutions here have to be. So I want to test something out today to start the episode, to see if perhaps we can activate a path without needing to follow the rule that is needed to solve the puzzles. Because I think we already had a hard time finding just one solution, and I'm not sure if there is a different solution here hiding in the puzzle that would not have that path blocked. So I'm going to try first to just make a path here from start to end, and I want to know if this deactivates if the puzzle is incorrect. So you'll see now that the puzzle, so I'm talking about puzzle because I mean on this panel, we have not gone through these hexagons. But it seems like the plates stay pressed. So I think I can just solve it now when I'm on the tower. So that's good to know that I don't have to find a solution that involves these hexagons and also leads to the end without actually having a path that's blocked. So I'm going to just activate all of the panels then in a way that I can reach them from the tower, or I can solve them from the tower rather. So I can reset it with this edge that I have here. And let's see which way would not be blocked. I think something simple like this. Could be solved. Then let's continue to the third one. We reset over here. So in that case, I still have to activate this path. I wonder, can I just go this way? Probably can. And then the last one here, we already solved, or we followed the path on the right side, and that was okay. But it's here, this little bridge thing and a bridge thing here that was causing us trouble. So perhaps we can do this very easily by doing this. And I now have a solution on both sides. Now, I think I have to go all the way around if I want to get back to the tower. Because otherwise I would have to press more panels in that last puzzle, and then I assume it won't work anymore. Okay, there we go. Let's head back up to the tower. And let's see what we can do here. Oh, what? Oh, that's not good. This thing is not fully activated. Same with all the others. Ah, that is problematic. Huh. That is very problematic, actually. Okay, unforeseen problem here. Does this thing only activate when you solve the puzzle on the panel as well? I then wonder. Now, is there a way to find another path? Because looking at what paths would be blocked, we would have this one is the throne. This one, I believe, is blocked by this little stone tower on the right. And then this one is also blocked. So I could see a solution that goes around, perhaps. Yeah, maybe there is a solution, actually, that doesn't include the blocked path. Let's try it out. Going this way. Around, and then I think I can go this way. And then instead of going forward and behind the throne, I can go this way. Let's have a look. Okay, the puzzle is solved, and then let's head up to our tower just to test out if this actually worked. So I think now we have no paths that are blocked. Okay, and that is the solution. So perhaps there is actually another way to solve these. So what is blocked, this one and this one. And then also here in the front, that seems like a path I could not make from here as well. Okay, let's solve these one by one. It's relatively quick to get there, so I don't think it's too much of a waste of time going back and forth. But then I can at least keep some overview on what I'm doing. Okay, so this path in the back and this one are blocked, and the one over here. So there's also this way that I cannot go. But the problem is this one, like here and here. If these two are not part of the solution, I cannot go or cut right here, which is kind of an issue. But it could involve perhaps going like this. So let's see, I could go around, go this way, down and over. I think that would solve it. Okay, here, up. Ah, yes, there is also this ink spill or paint spill. So I have to go this way. Is the puzzle not complete? Ah, damn. Yeah, by going around, I think I made a mistake. But I wonder then, what does this panel do? Does it just not activate? It does activate, but I probably cannot include it in the path when I'm doing something from the tower. But I can press this panel here. So the only difficulty then would be, what do I do here? Because there's not really any platforms to cross from the one side to the other. Okay, let's retry. So I think my start here was good. Going this way, around, over, and then here. And then what I wanted was to go the way where the paint spill here is, but that seems like it cannot really be part of the solution. But perhaps it is not a problem if I do this. Not sure if it will be a problem. It is a problem. Okay. Maybe I have to come back from this other side then if I want to complete it. Because the problem is getting from this left side to that side, or to jump over here without pressing any panels in the middle. So let's reset again. So I think I see what to do. It's just a bit more complex than I had in mind initially. I do this, then I turn all the way back. So it seems like you can only do this solution once you've cleared the whole thing. Otherwise, you could not go around to the end to this puzzle over here. So this I'm just gonna ignore for now. This one I'm going to ignore. Then I come back from over here to the garbage man, and then I can complete the puzzle from this side. Okay, so we go this way, around here, and then this should be a solution now to the puzzle, which does not include this part which was blocked, this part, and this part. So this should be two of the puzzles that we have completed then. So this is an interesting way of solving them, because you cannot actually have solved it this way the first time around. So in your head it's like the only solution, but there actually is a second one. Okay, that leaves two more. So over here, which paths are blocked from view? I think perhaps I could take this path, but not the one behind. So the middle one on the right side when I come out of the door, and then also the one behind here. Okay, so what can we not include? That's this little thingy. And also this one. Now that, I don't know if that's even possible. could be if this one... No, but you cannot really exchange top and bottom here. Because there's not enough space. Like this is only too high, so it would never reach this row. So this thing here has to be in the last row. Now, perhaps there is a solution for me to go over like this. But I cannot do that from this side, because once I enter the room over here, I will press this panel, and I cannot step around that. So I could, however, come at it from the other side, which would be this way, all the way down, over 2, and then here down, and that would not include this piece and this piece. So I think that's the solution. I just have to do it from all the way from the back. So let's head around. So I'll first try to solve it, and then I'll go to the panel to show you what the solution is then. So I go from this side. I press that one there, and then I try to get to this row again, so the second row, which means I now have here a 4-piece horizontal. Then it was, let me think, this way. I go not the first right, but the second one over, one down, and then this way. Okay, so that locked it in. And this is the solution that I saw. So 4 in a row here, and then this Tetris piece on the bottom. So I believe the first time we put it one more to the left, because that was the only way to solve it at that point, but now coming from the back, we could do it this way. Okay, and let me see for this last one what I could do. So remembering what I saw from the top was that this piece and also this piece cannot be part of the solution. But since it's mirrored, that means this one and this one can also not be this one here. Or hang on, no, this one. Nor this one. So I believe my first solution was going like this. And then over and around. But I cannot do that again. So is there a way perhaps for me to put them horizontal for example, have this piece over here. No, hang on. That's not turned the right way then. Perhaps like this. But then I would meet in the middle, which doesn't work. So possible, I'm thinking about possible orientation. So what if this inverted L piece is like this? That was the solution that I had the first time. But that does include going around this way, which does not work. So this cannot be the solution. How about here? So that would mean that if this one also has to be turned that way then, and I need a way to cut off this line completely. But that would mean having to go around here, and this I cannot use, I believe. Yeah, because there's a bridge over it. So that's the only two orientations that this piece could be if it were the long side up and turning it the other way. So the two wide on the top and then the narrow bit on the bottom. The only way to do that would be by putting it here, but then it would overlap with this one. They would need to share two of the spaces at least, so that also doesn't work. So I can only really see a solution where this piece is the long way horizontal. Then there's two spots for me to put it. That's either over here on the left, but that would mean I need to go to the right first, which crosses this part, and that is impossible. Because I need to go around like this. Ah, wait a minute. I'm thinking about it wrong. I already solved the one starting from that point. I now need to just solve it starting from this point, and from this point there is no path blocking or no bridge blocking it, so I could go this way and over. Let's give that a try. Okay, so to wide I need to go 3 wide, up 1, this way, and to the end point. So let me show you before I go to the tower. So this is the second solution that I see. And now this starting point has its path covered by the bridge, but I already got it from the tower, that environment puzzle, when I did it the first way around. So I can now solve this one, and also the green one, I believe. And then this one I already did, and yellow I already did. Okay, I think that's all five of them solved. Let's go have a look on the obelisk. Yeah, this side. And that's all 5 of them complete. So a bit tricky this one, since you can only do 3 of them when you've already reached the endpoint once. And then we only have, well, we have all these left, which are quite a few still. And I think they are on the boat or on the ship. Now I know there is a puzzle on the boat that is pretty hard, one of the hardest ones in the game. And I think we need the last rules, the color rules, which we'll do in an episode soon, to solve that. But I want to at least go have a look at the boat, perhaps solve some of the environment puzzles there. So in the last episode we discovered a path over here in this tower that leads us to that area down there. I think if we go out this way. And if I'm seeing this correctly, it looks like an octopus. Like here, the body, the eyes, and then the tentacles leading out. I don't know if that's an environment puzzle or just a little Easter egg. Now this definitely looks like part of a puzzle though. That rounded edge, and then we had this piece of a circle that we also looked at in the last episode. Now it seems like we are too close. Do we look at it from the ladder, perhaps? There are the trees that are in our way. And I think we already tried from on the wall. But there we could also not have a good look at it because of the tree that is over there. So I wonder then how we get that one. Because those obviously fit together. Maybe you can drive the boat past it. I mean the boat, the little boat that we can get on. We have a sofa looking out across the sea. Now, is there an audio recording or something? This one also looks very suspicious, the green rounded edges. So there is the mangrove area that we were in before. I don't know if we actually followed this path all the way to the bottom. I think we did, but not sure. Let's go have a look here on the ship. We have another broken part over there. And this looks suspiciously like very rounded corners. So this little groove that's cut into the metal also has this rounded shape. But where does it go? So I'm looking if these panels line up in some way to be a round edge, but I don't see a perspective how. Yeah, because this thing is way too suspicious. Perhaps I can get one level below deck. Oh, puzzle there. We have another crack here in the ship, although no neat edges. So I wonder, is this all part of the one ship? Like these two, I can see being part of the same ship. Perhaps that's the back. And I don't know if I can actually get below back there. Looks almost like a grid of a puzzle, this metal work. Strange, a very neat pattern amongst this the structure. So I can't step on the beams. The game is stopping me here with an invisible wall. Some strange noises, creaking and groaning. And that thing here looks also a bit suspicious, hanging there. So I'll first have a look on the outside here, and then I saw there was a part to go in as well. I see here what also looks like part of a path. That I think I can line up. Something like this. Almost, almost. Aha. Closer forward. Looks almost like on the front of the boat there is also a circle. I'll have to keep that in mind. Perhaps there is a place where you can anchor the boat and have it be part of a puzzle. Not from here, it seems. And it seems we have reached a part of the ship that has completely broken off, that we cannot reach over there. So then let's have a look here in these inside areas. So I came from this side. Let's go up first, perhaps. See something glowing. It's an audio recording. Okay. So I'll have a further look around while this plays.
A shipowner was about to send to sea an emigrant ship. He knew that she was old and not well built at the first, that she had seen many seas and climes, and often had needed repairs. Doubts had been suggested to him that possibly she was not seaworthy. These doubts preyed upon his mind and made him unhappy. He thought that perhaps he ought to have her thoroughly overhauled and refitted, even though this should put him at great expense. Before the ship sailed, however, he succeeded in overcoming these melancholy reflections. He said to himself that she had gone safely through so many voyages and weathered so many storms that it was idle to suppose she would not come safely home from this trip also. He would put his trust in Providence, which could hardly fail to protect all these unhappy families that were leaving their fatherland to seek for better times elsewhere. He would dismiss from his mind all ungenerous suspicions about the honesty of builders and contractors. In such ways, he acquired a sincere and comfortable conviction that his vessel was thoroughly safe and seaworthy. He watched her departure with a light heart and benevolent wishes for the success of the exiles in their strange new home that was to be. And he got his insurance money when she went down in mid-ocean and told no tales. What shall we say of him? Surely this, that he was verily guilty of the death of those families. It is admitted that he did sincerely believe in the soundness of his ship, but the sincerity of his conviction can in no wise help him, because he had no right to believe on such evidence as was before him. He had acquired his belief not by honestly earning it in patient investigation, but by stifling his doubts. And although in the end he may have felt so sure about it that he could not think otherwise, yet inasmuch as he had knowingly and willingly worked himself into that frame of mind, he must be held responsible for it. William K. Clifford, 1874.
I wonder if they are talking about this ship right here. Although I don't know if this would be a ship in which to transport families. Ominous groaning. So I found two puzzles in these cables which had very suspiciously rounded edges. So I can't really see anything more on this level. Where did I come from? Here. And I think I was on that ladder from above. There was still one staircase here going down. We have this panel here. So something I notice is there's two start points and two end points. But I notice that when I go to the middle here, I'm trying to go further up, but I can't. So it seems like here also I'm stuck. It seems like there's an invisible part of the puzzle. If I go this way, same thing. Yeah, it seems like we have an invisible mirrored part. And we also have these hexagons in different sizes. And we saw that once before when we were in the jungle with the sound puzzles. We had a few panels there that also had the small to big hexagons. And there it was a matter of size, matching pitch. So the small ones, I believe, were high pitch, and the large ones matched low pitch. So I'm listening to the sounds in the background. We have a dripping noise. Tum, tum, tum. That's strange. The droplets seem to go low, mid, high. Low, high, mid, I mean. Now the problem is we have these three different colors here. And I only hear the droplets or then the noise from the ship, the groaning. Could be that the groaning of the ship is the orange hexagons, and it goes from low to high. So what the hell do you make of that? Oh, so I can start at another starting point here as well. It's so strange because I know if it is actually mirrored with an invisible line here, that does mean that the board sort of has to be symmetric and that there has to be a middle line, because either you go from this starting point to this one, and then you kind of confine yourself to this half of the board, because you have this black dot and this black dot. They have to be connected in one pattern. So it has to be something like match that one and that one. But then here I'm already stuck. So perhaps I could go one lower. But then you also trap this pink or these pink hexagons, so they probably have to go on that same side as the black ones. What I'm hearing doesn't really make sense with what I'm seeing. I don't know where the droplets start exactly. Because also logically, I cannot take this small hexagon first, then go to this one, and then make my way back to the right side of the board. Could be take the medium one in with the small one. I have to pass through this point because that's the orange hexagon that's on the right there, top right. Then I do need to go through this point to get the big hexagon in the middle. And then here I cannot go, but perhaps one lower. Here is the hexagon top left, but that's not it. What I'm hearing is high, mid, low, high from the droplets. But how does that even work? Can't see any way to go for high first. Yeah, like the order is high, medium, low, high. But it's just that on the puzzle panel I cannot see how to do that. Okay, I think I'll come back to this puzzle because I've been staring at this bloody thing for a very, very long time now. And I'll try to solve this in another episode. Took a screenshot so I wouldn't forget, but I'm going a bit crazy from the noises there. So let's head back and do that some other time. So I think I had a look at all of the little corners and bits and bobs of the ship that I could see from the top of the deck and first floor down. So I think perhaps we could combine next episode as well, having a go on the little boat around the big ship and see if there's any more of these environment puzzles out there. Trying to find my way out. Let's go have a look on the obelisk. How many of these we have solved now? So we had the 2 in the cables, 3 in a circle in the cracks of the ship. And then it does seem like there is one more there. Not sure where that one is. And then here very strange, a broken one that looks like it could be the one on the coast that we saw near the sofa that's over there. So that could be a good starting point for the next episode. I'll end this episode here. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.